Welcome back, Jokey Pants. Jokey Pants? I don't know why I fucking did that. So we're back, episode 6, Pokemon Crystal. We're starting this one with the gym. See, I switched it up. Just sorry, I won't do that again. That was. I regret that. Anyway, we're gonna do the gym. It's not gonna go well. Off screen, I got us back to the town so that I could do the gym. I did the whole giving the medicine at the lighthouse, all that, swam back, all that shit. Off screen to just save myself the hassle of editing, and also save you the hassle of having to sit through me ramble about dumb bullshit. Kinda, because you're gonna end up getting it anyway. Like right now. But yeah, we're at the gym, and I forgot that it's a steel gym, because I'm not smart. I'm not, well, yeah, I'm just not always smart. So, like, my brain forgets some of the dumbest shit. And the thing I forgot this time was that this is a fucking steel gym. And the reason that's going to be a little difficult, okay, sorry, I had to make sure that I didn't get a bunch of paint all over my hand. Luckily, most of it's dry enough. The issue is that I don't have a fire type. And you may be saying, well, why didn't you just pick Charmander? Because again, we're doing this like I played as a kid, and the first time I ever played this game, I had no idea what any of that was, and I had Chikorita. And so I decided that going through this, I would get the Pokemon that I would have gotten then, because I knew some Pokemon, like Ghastly and Haunter I knew about because I watched the show. So there's some of these I knew about. But like 2nd gen was so new at the time that I'd only seen a handful of episodes of getting these Pokemon introduced. And Crystal was handed to me, as I said, I'm pretty sure I brought it up when I started all this, given to me by a kid who was older than me. It was just like, I'm done with this. And he also gave me gold version after, which is the same fucking thing. It was silver, gold, crystal. So I had gold and crystal. They were the same fucking thing. Here's the issue I have. As I pointed out, pretty sure it may have been last or maybe in the episode before. Hard to keep track because I'm just recording a lot. Go check out the Jokey Pants thoughts that came out, and you'll understand what I mean by that. For the love of God, man, like the time had to get set because this has the day and night cycle. Here's the issue, right here. Let's pull this up. We'll show it again. If you've been watching, the game registers it as 11 o'clock at night, almost midnight. Here in Guam, that's not quite right. It's actually AM. It's actually like 1 in the afternoon. So every time I play, it's just the nighttime, which means that there are certain Pokemon that don't appear during the night. One of those being an easy grab would have been Growlithe, who I could have gotten on way before this city. And I could have at least had that as my fire type. Can't do that when it's always nighttime, because he only comes out during the day if you're by the Safari Zone place, so you can go get your bugs, whatnot, be in the contest. There's fucking Growlithe that you can find there, that I have a few times when I've replayed this. My Xbox. Still think they're in Michigan? So the time is not the time of where I'm actually at. So it kind of fucks me over, but you know what? We're gonna power through it because that's what Jokey Pants does. I'm just here to entertain you, even if it costs me possibly having an aneurysm on camera. Cause won't that be fun? Cause I'd have Sergeant Redacted uploaded anyway, as literally the episode that killed me. Cause wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, stay odd, stay happy, let's get into it. Why the fuck did I start like God? I sound like the dumbest fucking idiot. I'm sorry, everyone. YouTube's a weird space for me because I'm not. I don't know. I'm not that kind of person. You know what I mean? Like in real life, I'm not the. Alright guys, so today chat, like, no, I'm one of the shyest and most awkward people off camera, like I have to go to the mall at some point this weekend to just go pick up more shit, so to keep doing Jokey pants, so I can keep things the way that I have planned with Oddcast right now, and I'm the most awkward person to take something like that, because I'm very shy and reserved. Like, I'm very antisocial of, like, I would rather just be at home all day. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, it does not bother me to be home all day, go nowhere, and do nothing. In fact, to me, that sounds like absolute heaven. Because I don't. As I said last episode, I'm working on a bonus series over on Patreon. They're not out yet, so don't get your all like, oh, maybe I'll go check it out. Like, they're not out yet. I'm still planning out how the fuck to even approach it. But to talk about my past and why I am that way. And after you listen to that, if you do, I'll appreciate you very much, because it's only $1. $1, and you could go listen to that when I do it. It will give a lot of context on things that I went through that have made me antisocial, shy, very reserved in myself. All of this is not normally me. Even what you see in Oddcast, that's like the version of me that Anthony and Maverick see on a daily basis, but it's not me outside of my inner circles. Like, as I said, out in actual public, I'm very much, I don't say a fucking word to anyone. Keep to myself, do what it is that I have to do, because my end goal is I just want to fucking go home. Like, I don't fucking care. We're gonna have to go level grind, so this is gonna have a cut in it, and I'll be back after I figure out where to go level grind on this, so stay tuned! How fucking fun! Alright, I'm back. I had to look it up of what it was I was missing, and yes, I was missing, there's a whole other city you could go to instead. So I just went that way, as much as you still gotta beat the steel gym, but at least a way I could try to get some other leveling up going on. So we're just gonna do that. So we're gonna check out over this way. We're gonna see what we can find, what we can do. Hopefully, I don't fucking lose my shit. Just want to say to you, sir, you should have used your Moonstone, yes. You could literally have the Nido Queen or Nido King, depending on which one you wanted. But yeah, I would say you should have used your Moonstone. God, you're stupid. Not that I'm really one to talk, look at the situation I'm in, but like, seriously, you're kind of dumb, my dude. I feel like I should be attacking all of you, but you do fine, guys. You try to be record right now. It can be yours for just $300. Sure, because you know what? Who gives a shit? Stores Pokemon HP. A rich candy bar. Ooh. Gonna give that to a person. Fucking big bitch. Take the candy. You'll heal on your own. I heard that a Red Gyarados breed light has odds, and even ordinary Gyarados are rare, and that like. Since you came this far, take the time to do some sightseeing. You should head north. Check out Lake Range. Okay, I'll go check out the Gyarados, the red-ass Gyarados that's out in that lake. Fuck it. Fuck it. Mainly cause I don't wanna go deal with the fucking steel gym. Not yet, no, I don't wanna do the steel gym just yet. You know, I actually do enjoy Sandshrew and Sandslash. Like, I actually don't mind them as Pokemon. As much as like people have their opinions about them, I don't actually mind them. I like them. I like them Pokemons, you know? Ah, shit, that's not what I wanted to mimic. You bitch. God damn it, that's a worthless move. No, it's actually really good because you can get your defense up. Yeah, sure. It was just... I never have those moves in my... See, I'm the kind of Pokemon player where, like, unless the move is going to damage someone, I don't put it on my list. There's only unless it heals or it does damage. Like those are the only moves I ever keep in my movesets. Which might sound dumb to some people, because some people I know play all strategically and have different moves for different things, and I'm over here like, does it damage them? Does it heal me? I don't care about it then. I don't want it, don't need it. I'm here to beat the shit out of everybody and continue on. I'm not here to lengthen the battle out even more being a jackass. So for me, I've only ever beaten the Elite Four in a game, in any Pokemon game, maybe twice in my whole life. As a kid, most times I would get to the Elite Four part of it, and then I would just restart my game, because fuck that bullshit. Yeah, I never really went for the Elite Four, because they were always super high level and hard, and they pissed me off, and I don't have the patience to spend days upon days level grinding. I had an ex that, like, she had, on her Game Boy, she would text me about, like, alright, I might not respond, I'm gonna be level grinding for a couple hours, and I'm just like, what the fuck do you mean? And then she explained how she would spend a couple hours every day after school level grinding up her team so she could beat the Elite Four. And I went, yeah, no, how about you just restart your game like what I did? Because fuck all that bullshit. Like, you're spending hours of your life doing nothing. You're not forwarding any story element. You're not getting forward in the game. You're literally doing nothing for days at a time, getting your levels up to where you could finally beat the Elite Four and then have the game finished. Which then at that point, you do nothing. You just restart the game anyway. So I just skipped the middleman. I fucking restarted the game. But that's my opinion on it. So, you know, with Pokemon, for me, it was reach the Elite Four and then restart your game and try out different Pokemon on your team and go from there. I wasn't super obsessive like my co-hosts on What an Oddcast, where when we did our rankings of Gen 2, they were very specific every time we rank a gen about, no, this is the team you need, because strategically, and I'm over here like, I don't give a shit about any of that. Like to a degree, I think that way. Because, you know, again, let's look at my team. I have James Wood, who's a rock type. I have a water type. I have a psychic. I have a flying. I have a grass. And I have a ghost. It's whatever. Like, they're not it's not the most diverse game-winning team people wouldn't think, but I managed to do it. So, who's really the bad player at that point? The person who can't beat the game with the team that I have, or the person who has beat the game with the teams that I have? Oh, fuck my ink. I know. That's whatever. Sorry, I'm rambling on, because again, I want to feel like I'm actually entertaining you guys with something, talk about something, anything. I have some other things we'll talk about as this episode goes, but you know, do how I do. You know, on a side note, I actually do really, really like Nidoking. Because he's purple. In case you can't tell, I have a thing for purple. I just always have. I think it's a very sleek, nice color, and I've always enjoyed it. almost any shade of purple. I typically enjoy the darker shades of purple, but I just like fucking purple, man. I don't fucking know. I think they're nice looking. So things that are purple catch my eye. It's purple and orange are. When I was a kid, it was always green was my favorite color. But as I've gotten older and I've gotten out of that kid mindset of one color is my favorite, like in all actuality, like I like Halloween colors, they have orange and black. But outside of orange and black, like purple's a very big one for me. And if not purple, and we're going with green, I very specifically, I like the turquoise shades of green, so the green-blue mix. Like those typically are like a favorite green shade for me. But it depends on what shade of it you're going with. Some of them are more purple or more blue than they are green, and others are more green than they are purple or blue. Jesus Christ, bringing up purple again. But no, I just like that's how I like colors. You know? I don't know, man. I'm fucking weird with everything. That's what I've learned over my life is I'm just weird with everything, and I fucking hate that I'm doing this. Here's something I brought up on Oddcast before that my co-host gave me a lot of shit for and said I was being too rude to people, but I fucking hate elves. Yeah, you heard me. I don't like elves. Like in any fantasy thing, I absolutely hate elves. I just hate them. I don't know why. I think it's because like most elves in fantasy things are just very smug assholes about things, and I'm like, I'd fucking hate everything about you. It's fucking, we live forever. We're better than the mortal creatures. Yeah, fuck off, because you're still immune if I stab you through the fucking throat, asshole. That would be me in Lord of the Rings, you know? When any of the elves try giving me shit about that they're superior to me because they live longer, I'd be like, yeah, do you live longer from this? And you fucking jab them in the throat. And then when anyone tries to battle me, I'd be like, yeah, dude, everybody else, yeah, dude, really? Like, nobody else had that thought? Like, they're not immune to fucking death. They just naturally live longer. Who gives a shit? Fucking bake a cake and fucking eat it yourself, you smug pricks. Which may seem strange, because for the CLTD field reports, the book series I have, there are elves in that. But you'll notice that the dark elves, for my lore build of that in my world there, the dark elves are a bunch of bloodthirsty mercenaries, and I don't talk a whole lot about other kinds of elves. Hey, look, a Venomoth. Tempted to catch it just because it's purple. I like purple. It was a fucking bug, so I'm just like, no, I don't give a shit. What are you gonna do? You gonna disable my fucking legs? What the fuck, game? Please tell. You all saw that, right? Like I tried to run it, was like, you can't escape. Venomoth used disable, because you fucking imagine. It just zooms out and your character is getting folded into his bike. Just now I'm crippled. What the fuck? The fuck you mean disable? Anyway, yeah, fuck elves. Let me just round out that thought before I lose it, because squirrel. Yeah, no, fuck elves. Elves are trash, and you'll never convince me otherwise. And you're probably wondering what brought up that thought. It's because I was thinking back on St. Clefairy with her fucking ears. There was somebody I had seen at a Dollar General store. I would say DG, but apparently nobody else goes by DG, and that was only everyone I've ever met in a small town calls it DG, not Dollar General. We just shorten it to DG. I digress there. It's more efficient. But no, there was like this young kid had on like elf ears, and they were like, well, maybe she was going. Like, no, No, she wasn't going anywhere. Like by the outfit she had on was very much like, we just came from home to pick up groceries, but I have elf ears because I'm an elf. And I just, in my mind, I had to repress, because again, I have a hard time not having a filter. I have a hard time with filtering myself. I had to hold the urge of sticking my head out the window and just shouting something horrible at this child. Because my immediate thought was, fuck you fucking elf bitch. I had to stop myself and be like, it's a child who just, maybe that's just her thing. She's into fantasy, she just wants to wear elf ears, which, as we say, stay odd, is just truly be who you are. Like, be comfortable with who you are and be true to yourself. That's fine. God, I hate elves. Like, that was a moment for me where I was like, I shouldn't say anything like that, because that could be bad. You know, that would be very bad, and I don't want to. I don't want to make her have a horrible day just because some random asshole was like, "Fuck you, fucking elf." You know what I mean? But also in my mind, the horrible thought was like, well, could also be a thing for her to live her fantasy. You know, now you live in Skyrim, where we hate elves. But at the same time, I am literally the kind of person that I will give up I will sacrifice whatever I have to help you in your time of need, because that's just the kind of person that I am. Some of the shit that we've said over the years, not like bad things, get it out of your mind, we're not like dropping N-bombs or anything like that, but like sometimes we share opinions about things, or like we come up with very, very much off-the-wall things that there are times people have messaged me who listen to a show, and unfortunately they just got the worst show they could have possibly picked to tune into, and they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, there's a lot wrong with this. You know, there's a lot. We're unclassified on spectrums of some kind, because we had parents that were just like, I don't know, he's weird, I don't know. So again, I was all over the spectrum diagnosis as a kid. I don't think anyone really knew what the fuck to say I had. And after the experiences I had, I just never went to go get any more tests done, because fuck all that. Now here's the thing. I have Poliwag. I don't need another water type, but it is a Red Gyarados. And like, as a kid, I would have had Red Gyarados as on my team. I don't have any fucking use for him. Oh, wow, shiny Gyarados appeared. What are you gonna do now? Go mistakes? Mistakes are fucking made. Fucking dragon move. Eat my fucking ass. Get him? Did we get him? After he, like, wiped out most of my team with fucking Thrash? Of course not. Of course he fucking figures out how to bring out. Oh, this sucks. Yeah, he's just gonna go back to using Thrash. So this is a fail. This is also a fucking fail. Dude. My dude. Mr. Red Gyarados. My dude. Kindly fuck off. And I don't care about the comments about, oh, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. There's a very specific way we're playing through this right now, and that is just how it is. And in case you're wondering, no, the way that I play now has not changed from how I played as a child. Because I don't care about being tactical. I don't care to follow some fucking outline of this is how to play it. Yeah, I'm gonna play it the way I want to play it, and I want to scream. So let me get this fucking straight. He refuses to go into any Pokeball. He refuses to be affected by anything. His Thrash does way more fucking damage than it should. One-hitting fucking everybody he hit, even the ones that were at full health. Because I probably cut around some of the ones he hit that were literally, I just put him out and he used a Thrash and they died immediately. But Dragon's Breath they were all living through. This game can suck my whole cock down to the balls and gargle that shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Then he killed himself. Fuck you. Fuck you. Could you imagine being me and this is the first Pokemon game you're ever given? You imagine how mad you would get and how you would never even get past this part because it just seemed like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Especially when even as a child, you couldn't understand the concept of level grinding and how anyone finds that fun. And that even now as an adult, I don't understand how anyone fucking finds it fun. Also, this double teaming of Team Rocket is going to make me so... This is going to be the episode, getting double teamed by Team Rocket. Because what in the fuck, man? I forgot this was a thing. I completely forgot this was a thing you have to deal with in this game. This is just kind of fucking annoying. Jesus Christ. Because they're all also 10 levels lower than me, so the XP I'm getting, it's not enough to really make much of a difference. Which part of the problems I have with Pokemon, of why I don't play them all the time. This is why. These are great examples of why. But again, that's not to say that I don't like Pokemon, and I do love Pokemon. Like, I have two things that I have. Well, I technically have three. I also have a couple Nano Brick Pokemon out in the living room that are on the TV stand. But like, I have a couple Pokemon things up there that are mine. Those are also my Digimon. So like, I do enjoy the things, and I have more back in my storage at home. It's just, game-wise, yeah, they're cool aesthetic. It's just, fuck, man. Like, cut me a fucking break here. I don't know, maybe I'm just being too harsh. At the same time, if I am, fuck them. Nintendo should hear it, because Nintendo's kind of been an asshole this year. And last year. They've really just kind of been an asshole the past couple years, if we're all gonna be honest. They've just had like a mean streak to them, with like suing people, or just being like, no, fuck the consumer, basically. Like, do we even need to mention the Switch 2 debacle that has been? Like, the Nintendo has some issues. Yeah, and part of the problem with that is just that they're a big corporation. They make so much money off the other shit that they have going on that they don't have to necessarily give a shit. Which sounds mean, but it's true. It's very much the thing of all corporations anywhere in the world, is even if there's something that are for people, like they give you a product, whatever, they don't have to give a shit. You know, like, in most of the time, they don't. You're just the bottom dollar for them. You're just a little number on a spreadsheet that they have to look at every month and ask why they don't have more of those little numbers. Yeah, that's right. I went fucking dropping some truth bombs on y'all. Nothing that we don't all know. If you don't already know that, then what fucking rock have you been living under? Because that's been American way of life since I was born. So I know it's before I was fucking born. Like, Jesus Christ. It's just gotten way worse. It's just gotten more apparent and more blatant as the years have gone on, especially just in my lifetime alone. They've gotten way more blatant about, like, you know, we don't give a fuck about you. Like, no, you're just a number on the spreadsheet I have to look at. I don't really fucking care. You know, like, I watched the rise of Facebook, and now I'm watching essentially the fall of social media, of just all the things coming out of the woodwork of, like, when we were growing up and that became a thing, you know, it was like the thing of, oh, we can talk to our friends around the world, we can do this, do that, and then of course, there was a downside to that, which is they were taking information and selling it, they were using things that you were doing to market to you, or various other bad things of just like, hey man, like, that's not cool. It's fun, right? And now, if you're living over across the pond, so to speak, you know, and you're in Australia or you're in the UK, you know, now they want all the social media things and online everything to verify your age, which so many problems with that in itself. You know, like the biggest being is they've never been good about keeping so much as your fucking email like a top secret, even though they say they they're trying to silence me. Even though they say they do, like your email's been leaked out, or there's been, you know, all the other shit that has happened in that regard. So now it's like, okay, so you want like our personal information, like the things that identify us within our government of like we're a citizen. You want that kind of information? How about you go fuck yourself? Because we already know that information is going to be sold immediately. And again, if you're somebody who thinks that they're doing the age verifications and taking IDs and all that, and they're not taking that information and immediately funneling it out to be sold to someone as the highest bidder, what rock have you been living under? Because that is the way of the world. That's what they all do. So getting your information like that, they're gonna sell it to whoever offers them the biggest bid, because that is just what they do. Hence why I don't really have a connection with money, because that's evil as shit. That's like evil, man. Like, that's why I don't care about money in that regard. Is, yeah, it's important to pay bills, things like that, or like buy food, but you shouldn't revolve your whole life around it, because fuck, it'll just make you the worst kind of fucking person, and no one will want to be around you, except people who are also terrible pieces of shit. So think about that before you want to be rich. Yes! Been battling for this so long with this little guy. Finally getting my Haunter boy, and I feel happy now. I'm genuinely happy I have my Haunter. Again, Gengar's like an extra bonus if I was able to trade, which I'm not, so I won't be able to get Gengar. But, God, I'm happy to have Haunter. Hell yeah. Finally, we got there. Finally fucking got there. Jeez Louise. It takes 2 passwords to get into the puzzle's course. Passwords are only known to a few rockets. That rocket there ever graciously told me so. Jokey, let's get the passwords. An Arbok. Which is not gonna be hard. I like him. I like Arbok. Like, truly, like, if Pokemon were real, I would have an Arbok because I love snakes. But as a Pokemon, once again, trash. Absolute trash. Got a second evolution in the same episode. That's how I do it. You're welcome. Now we got big bitches of Poliwhirl. Now up next is either Poliwrath or Politoed. Either Poliwrath or Politoed. I prefer Politoed, just because Politoed's more unique. Poliwrath is really just Poliwhirl, but angry. Just angry Poliwhirl. But we have Poliwhirl now. Isn't that fucking cool? Ain't that cool? That old signal's fine looking stuff. The
The lake should be back to normal. You're the hero. Let me thank you on behalf of all Pokemon. Oh, yes, you should take it. I found it here, but I don't have any need for it.
Jokey received Danger Blow 6. Guess what that one is?
Now you get to use Whirlpool and use it outside of battle to beat the Hawkeye Gym. Journey to becoming a Pokemon Master is long and difficult. Knowing that will keep going. Oh, yes, I see my Joe. No, you're right. If you would give up that easily, you would have never chased that dream in the first place. I look forward to seeing you again, Jokey.
Lance, I'm never gonna see you again. Because you're like the Elite Four guy, and guess what I'm not gonna do? Not going to do that. So it was nice meeting you. Thanks for helping me beat the shit out of Team Rocket. But I'm pretty sure you're like literally the Elite Four dude. So fuck off. Anyway, this has been episode 6. That's where we're going to end it. We've beat Team Rocket. We've got all the shit out of the way that we're ready to go and fight a gym on the next episode. I will see you then. Stay odd. Stay happy. Bye-bye. I don't know. Bye-bye? Bye-bye? The fuck? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I don't even know what